What they are, what the five mindfulness trainings are a gift, essentially, from our teacher, the Zen master, Thich Nhat Hanh. At a certain point in his career as a teacher, he took a look at the 5 ancient moral precepts of Buddhism, which were very basic, just like don't kill, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, and don't get wasted on some intoxicant or drug. They're very straightforward. And Thai, being the incredible and generous teacher that he is, looked at them and was like, wow, those were written a long time ago. And life has gotten a lot more complicated since then. And maybe there's a way that these can be modernized and expanded so that they can help us in this much more data-rich and confusing existence than the people who were practicing with the skeleton of the trainings 2,000, 3,000 years ago. And so he turned these 5 sentences into 5 kind of long paragraphs, and with the intention of connecting them to all of the nuance and all of the complexity of our modern life. Very aware that he could only do that to a certain extent. Very aware that in order for them to really be able to help us as things change, as our lives evolve, as our culture evolves, as our understandings evolve, that they too must evolve. And so the trainings are very alive. They're not some commandment like carved into a stone that will never change. They're not rules to be followed. They're lenses, like a camera lens. They're lenses to look through. Like, oh, have you thought about it this way? Are you aware of the potential suffering in these circumstances? Are you aware of some of the dangers here? And so I like to call them the 5 friends. I like to call the 5 mindfulness trainings the 5 friends, because my friends don't tell me what to do. My friends don't shame me when I make a mistake. My friends don't abandon me if I fail to behave a certain way. My friends do the exact opposite of all those things. When I'm going through a hard time and I'm making mistakes and I'm getting confused and I'm causing suffering and I'm experiencing suffering, my friends step up. They're there for me in exactly those moments. And they put their arm around me and they say, hey, buddy, are you aware of the potential for suffering in these choices? Are you aware how fraught this particular situation is? Do you need some help to remember that you want to live a life of love and understanding? Do you need some help to remember that it is your highest intention to think, speak, and act in a loving way, in a mindful way? And that's what I see when I read these trainings. So this is very important, especially for those of us from Judeo-Christian backgrounds or other formal religious backgrounds where there are rules that can be broken and where there are punishments kind of waiting to be doled out. If we have that background, as I do, I was raised Roman Catholic, then when you encounter these words, it's very easy to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I am a bad person. I don't do these things, right? Or the opposite, right? To be in judgment and to be like, oh yeah, people are jerks and they lie or they do this wrong or they do that wrong, right? Very easy if we've been trained that way in a dualistic, right and wrong, better or worse, punishment and praise model. Very easy to hear those words, the words of the 5 mindfulness trainings, in the Plum Village tradition that way. But that is not their intention. That is not their intention.